Hello, today is the 18th of March and it's time to take a look at the markets again. So, uh, actually, you can see one of the few rare specimens which are enduring the pressure which is being exercised on the market right now. Obviously, the economy of the states doesn't like what's happening, and for me, it basically drills down to two major components. The first one is inflation, and actually we got a bit of good news during the previous week, and inflation came in better than expected. That certainly led the market to rebound, and we will take a look at that in a moment. And that basically tells us that the residue inflation from the COVID stimulus era is perhaps not that bad as it could be. So that gives us a glimmer of hope. But at the same time, we're also still don't know anything about the actual tariffs. And I think that that's the most important thing for the market right now. Yesterday I saw that Trump administration is appointing a guy who is supposed to bring order to this whole idea and at least make it a bit more understandable for the businesses which are willing to operate in the US markets. And I still think that the mere fact that this tariff strategy will be orderly and it could be understood by an outside observer, this alone could be very beneficial for the market, because the states are still the largest market in the world and the largest economy, and also the regulatory framework there is very conducive for innovation. And obviously, there are not so many places in the world where you can do business and innovate. And despite lots of uncertainties, the states are still the go-to place in that regard. So just bringing some order to the news flow around tariffs could be very beneficial for the market. And we will, I suppose, figure it out in the coming weeks, because it's a bit of an equilibrium, if you wish. On one hand, we see that the states still have some capacity to endure some difficult conditions which will require lowering of the rates, possibly. But at the same time, almost each measure of economic stability and monetary stability could be erased very quickly with a full-scale trade war, especially with the closest allies and the ones which are the most important for supply chains of legacy industries such as automaking, house building, and stuff like that. So this will be one of the most important news items to watch and monitor, and to see how the market reacts. Will there be a strategy for implementing tariffs at all, like understandable strategy? Obviously, if there is a strategy at all, like a grand plan behind this, I get it. I can understand it that the states want their industry back. They are willing probably to reshore their manufacturing and make businesses go back to the states. obviously this is a very problematic process, and it's worth of I don't know, at least an hour long discussion, which is not the point of this video. But yeah, you really need to make that a bit more transparent to the market, to say the least. Okay, so tomorrow we will witness. Yes, tomorrow is Wednesday, so we will witness the Fed interest rate decision, which will be a major driver for this market. I expect them to provide some mild rhetoric, maybe promise some rate cuts, because the market is already pricing in 3 rate cuts during this year. So we'll see. If the Fed doesn't disappoint or scare the market in any way, tariffs will be the main topic in the coming weeks. And why did I start with this one? Obviously because it's a European Starlink competitor, potential competitor for a Starlink. And you can see in comparison for Nasdaq, it did endure quite well. And we will also take a look at a couple of other names, such as EHang. These are the Chinese flying taxis, supposed Chinese flying taxis. This one is SE, is C Limited. It's a company from Singapore, and they combine different businesses inside by one entity, like mobile gaming, financial transfers. What else? A rather surprising name for me is like it's an Embraer, Brazilian airplane manufacturer. So right now I only have the ones which are listed in the States, and you can see that this is the time to be geographically diversified. And you can obviously, by taking a look at the broader watch list in the States, at February, March, you can see that with very few exceptions, American stocks behave quite different to the foreign ones. Obviously, as always, I have like the most resistant names, but you can see that even here you see massive destruction. Maybe with the exception of silver here, because silver looks really good. So yeah, to conclude now, you really should keep in mind that rallies during bear markets are one of the most convincing. And this could very well be another rally in this bear market. For example, if the US government fails to clarify their intentions with tariffs, it could very well lead us to another leg down of a similar magnitude, and it will be fast. Because it's quite surprising for me actually to find out that lots of people and supposed experts do not understand that it will be really hard for the economy of the States and for consumer there to endure such transformation. Is it necessary, and is it needed, or it is long overdue and it is too late? We will see. But as of now, the general environment in the States remains pretty unclear to me. And obviously that is evident when you see at the level of individual names. And let's also take a quick look at BTC, and you see that today it's also quite weak. It was trying to wedge back here, and obviously the week before was a support week, but take a look at the volume. It's quite evident that there are far more sellers in this market as of now, and it was trying to go back into the channel, but right now it's getting rejected. Obviously, everything could happen with fast peak tomorrow, but as of now, at the moment of recording of this video, it looks quite bearish to me. So we'll see. Caution is the maximum of this week. Let's be in touch.